Yeah boy, and welcome to another episode of Mountain Bike Mondays. Pretty soon I'll have more episodes than actual views, but it's just about the fun of it, isn't it? So let's just keep going. Today I said I was going to try some hip jumps. I'll be honest, I'm nervous about it. I've actually delayed my ride by a couple of hours just sitting there contemplating hip jumps. So we'll go check them out, maybe build up to some. Riding jumps is something I seem to get more and more nervous of as I'm getting older. When I was younger it didn't matter, I would just hit everything, not be too bothered about it. But nowadays I seem to really focus on it. Let's roll into this one slowly. Never done this one before, so I have no idea where it goes, unless it's the one that has the jump in it, which case I have, but I can't remember it. Let's go down here, this looks fun. Woo! Oh, that was good. Steep, but good. Where was that one? Where was that one on my steep trail vids last week? Literally, that was as slow as I could do it. It was so steep, the momentum was just taking you down. So let's get to the first of the hips. So I've come up to the bottom of the trail from last week. Because when I was editing, I thought I saw a little hip jump that you can use. But now I'm at the bottom, I'm thinking the consequences are just far too much. And obviously you can tell I'm nervous about doing jumps. As I get older it seems to get worse and worse. Small, medium jumps, no issue on at all. Jumps I'm not entirely comfortable with, such as hipping to the right, or big jumps, I start getting doubts in my brain on the approach, and it's worrying, to be honest. So I usually just bottle them nowadays. So this was the hip jump that I thought I saw. So come down the trail, and then off up here, over into this cutout, which looks like it would be a perfect landing. However, the speed you're going to come out of the landing, then you've got the drop right there over the road into another quite steep chute. Just decided it's a complete no-go. I feel like I'm failing this. I'm getting in my head far too much. And I keep making excuses. Or I'll go mountain biking in an hour, or I'll just ride some steep stuff first. Or I'm not feeling entirely comfortable yet, I'll just do a couple more runs. It's frustrating. It's the brain game. Just slow, steady, don't do anything. So I've done them once. Once is usually enough to be like, right, okay, I know exactly how to do this now. But I'm just as nervous as I was. I'm going to try them once more, see how that turns out. If I'm still not comfortable, they're getting sacked off for the day. It's just as important as learning to do something. You need to know when you're feeling comfortable and when to know your limits and pack in. So if that's the case, then I'll just go on and ride some steep trails again, because they're crazy fun. Lucky as well, these are tables, so it's kind of a learning curve that you wouldn't normally get with a gap jump. So you can just pop onto the top of them rather than having to make a distance and not knowing whether it's going to work out or not. So probably quite a good place to learn, but at the same time I just struggle with making the bike turn right in the air. I don't know what it is, it's naturally wrong. I think they call it alley-oop in skateboarding. Let's try the second time, see how that goes. Yeah, not great. I think we can safely say I was well out of control there. Just don't know what it is, it's just so uncomfortable turning the unnatural way. But that's where I'm packing it in for the hip jumps. Might as well just ride some trails. Alright then, once more. I'm going to slow the pace down. Hopefully that'll make one factor of it a little bit easier. So fingers crossed, see how this one goes. Right, slow down, slow down. Panic brake. Better than it was. I think we made some progress. Still crap in pants though. So we got 3 runs. First one was a sighting run, a little bit of air. Second one, safely say, complete disaster, nearly died. Third one, dead sailoring, out of control. But at least I managed to manoeuvre the bike the way I wanted. So I'm going to take away from that as a positive. That's all I'm going to do now. I've got a big thing about riding it is if you leave on a confident note, you'll come back on a confident note, and likewise that works in the reverse way. So leave on a negative note, you'll come back on a negative note. So pleased with the last one, a little bit out of control, but at least we're getting the right kind of movement. Hopefully it'll get smoother as time goes on, because that's all riding is, just progression over time. Again, feel free to write in the comments what your thoughts are, what you've been struggling with regards to mountain biking. If you want to subscribe, that would be greatly appreciated. And enjoy this last run. Have a good one. See you later. Okay, so I'm really unsure where I'm going here. I've not done this one in years. I do remember that there's a sniper route at one point in here as well, which took me out. Wasn't the funnest experience ever, but I'll see if I can remember where that is. But enjoy the ride. Right, where we going? Rear wheel on a route. Doesn't bode well, because that wasn't even the route I was talking about. Let's head in here. Well, that's blown out since I rode it last. I want to go up there. That used to be rideable. What the heck? Probably still is rideable, but it's not very pleasant. There wasn't even a rut here last time. Oh well. Thanks for watching. Have a good day and enjoy.